What's this?
Hello, welcome back to the Phreak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Age of Wonders 3, guys and gals. We're doing it again. Age of Wonders 3, Episode 2 is here, and I'm sure there's things that we should be doing. I don't know what those things are, but we're going to be exploring. I think we were researching how to cross water and stuff and junk. So, who do we have and what do we want? We have a lot of Storm Sisters, we have some swordsmen. Well, I am a fan of ranged combat when it comes to strategy games, so we're going to do something along these lines. Granted, we could have kept them as a separate army and had them follow us around, and we'll have additional people we can use, and we can do more murder, death, and killing, but we're going to do it this way. Alright. Warlock says, "There, our enemy! When will they ever learn to live in harmony with what they have, instead of greedily wanting more? I guess their short lives make it impossible for them to see the consequences of their actions. They do not need to sustain their surroundings." Okay. "That is why you need to take responsibility, Sundrin. Your family has long ruled the world, and you should do so again." Okay. We have captured the watchtower, which was totally undefended. Alright, so there is a singular army of, well, a drone, basically. It's fine. That's totally cool. Alright, this army we're going to have him just camp here, so we're going to have him go like that. He's no longer in the queue to say, hey, you need to do something before you end your turn. Alright, let's end our turn and see what's... Actually, let's see what we can cast for spells here. Alright. Global spells. This page lists your global spells. Global spells are spells that can be cast on the strategic map. They require mana and casting points to cast, and some cost mana every turn to be sustained. The amount of turns it takes to cast a spell is determined by the total mana cost divided by the casting points you get per turn. You can cancel an active global spell at any time by using the overview panel in the top left. Alright, we can summon some grim beak crows, I suppose. Let us scout some stuff. I don't really want to, though. Maybe we will. Let's do it anyway. Alright, ending turn. Alright, you have ended your turn, and a new one begins. You can always use the event list at the right side of the screen to see important events of the turn. Okay, click the events to manage them. Alright, really all we have to do right now is confirm our army movement. By the way, guys and gals, I'm getting really tired of these chairs that I have sinking all the time. It's literally driving me insane. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to pick up my chair and throw it through a wall because it just keeps sinking. It's infuriating! But that's neither here nor there. And I don't feel like spending another $300 or more on a stupid chair. So that being said, we're just gonna ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist. That also being said, let's get back to the game, shall we? Mana. Crystallized magical energy. When you cast spells, you consume mana and casting points. Your cities can generate mana if you build the corresponding city upgrades, such as shrines and temples. Cool. I advise you to summon, hey, I'm ahead of the curve. Grim Beak Crows to scout ahead. Click on the spellcasting button on the left of the minimap to open your spellbook and choose the Summon Grim Beak Crows spell. Already done. 71 mana has been founded, and unfortunately it's going to take us a little bit more time to do so. I can't really speed it up any. So, that being said, we are going to attempt to continue on exploring. Alright. Aha! A settlement of the local elves of Aldor who have asked us to help with this goblin infestation. They should be honored that one of Iniok's heirs graces them with a visit. Independent towns will often offer friendship and quest, but some may be hostile. Let us see what they have to say. Move toward the outpost. Thank you, Warlock. I will. You are now at peace with the outpost of Hadian. You meet the friendly outpost of Hadian. The outpost of Hadian has a quest available. Alright, well, we're going to get rid of all of these things, except this one. Hail, great Sundrin of the House of Iniok. We are honored with your visit. Tell me more about this quest. Clear the mana node. Wisps are feeding on our mana node, blocking our income. We would have attacked them ourselves, but we fear their stuns and teleports. They are also healed by the mana currents, an active combat effect. You can see whether a structure has a combat effect the moment you attack. The effects icon will be shown under the big portrait of the enemy on the right. Okay, cool. I will accept this quest, and I shall clear the mana node for you. Right now. Alright, very likely victory, and this is what they're talking about right here. The mana currents fuse themselves with supernatural beings, replenishing those creatures' hit points. Restores 15 hit points to friendly summoned units or units of magical origin each combat round. So kill them or they get healed. And I think these guys only have, yeah, they have 16 HP. So kill them or they're fully healed, basically, each and every thing. Yerp. Yerp, 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 yerp. Alright. The only thing I wish is I could set that permanently to 2x. The 4x is a little bit fast, and when you play multiplayer, you can either set it on normal or you can set it on max. And I feel like the max is just a little bit too much. Alright, that being said, we're going to have to move up. Unfortunately, our Storm Sisters are going to be almost useless if I'm not wrong. These guys have shock resistance. Yeah, they're 100% shock protected. So literally, Storm Sisters useless unless you use their melee attack. Which is not great, but that's okay. At least we know, right? And that is important. Because knowing is half the battle, or something. I don't know. It's fine. Alright. We're going to move here, and we're just going to end our... Well, let's see. What spells do we have? The Rain of Poison Blades. We could do that. You know what? Why not? Why not? We'll kill one of these guys outright. This dude right here. Gao, maybe not. Low end, we have no chance. And only the high end, or one down from the high end, we have a chance. So, probably not worth it then. Alright, then we're just going to end our turn. I also noticed that I was doing some stuff yesterday, and I forgot to set the sound settings back correctly, guys. So I apologize for this. But I did turn the music off because I was doing other things I needed to hear, unfortunately. There it is. I'm like, I feel like something is missing, like horribly missing from this amazing game. And it's the music. So my apologies, guys and gals, for that, and it is back, and it is rocking solid. Let me know if you guys want it up anymore. I had it at 15% before. It was too high. I think 10% is the right mix. We'll see. Alright, we shall continue onward, ever closer to our nemesises, our enemies. Those that wish harm upon us. Well, they shall die in a fire. No, they won't die in a fire, guys. Come on now. Alright, we're going to go with our darts here. This should technically not do anything, apparently. We had to move too far. Well, again, we're just going to wait it out. We're going to have to wait it out because we can't kill, and there's no point in attacking if we can't actually end the turn, you know, with a kill. So, here we are. We're going to get smacked around a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. We just got flanked. Well played. Alright, now we're going to annihilate this guy. Very, very, very simplistically. We go around behind him and try to flank him. I don't think that really works. We can't attack with you. Oh, well, we can. Sorry. We have to attack with this sword. And there it is. Ranks and promotions. A unit just leveled up and got promoted, which gives it better stats and ability bonuses. Units can earn experience by using abilities, killing units, and being stuck in melee combat. You can see a unit's rank, how much experience they have, by mousing over the medal icon in the unit panel. It is very important to rank up, to level up your guys, because as they level up, they almost always get more and more powerful. Like their end result guy, usually they'll unlock additional skills. They always unlock like an extra point in attack, or they always unlock extra health as well. But usually they'll unlock some extra skill at the end. And I'm not sure, but I think most, if not all, I'm saying this tentatively because I don't know. I know the High Elves and I know that the Draconians have this. But I think all Tier 1 units, or at least in those two particular groups, they have an Evolve ability. And the Initiates and the Draconian Hatchlings evolve into other units once they hit gold medal status. So that's something that's pretty cool. So your Tier 1 units can actually evolve into better units, given the right oomph to do so. You have our thanks, Sundrin of House Iniok, for clearing our mana node from the wisps, and we should be honored to follow you into battle and end the goblin menace. Sweet. Be careful, Sundrin. You have spotted a Brigand hideout. This is a spawn site that will spawn hostile units who will attack our scouts and cities. We have to cross the water and destroy them. To cross the water, you should first research basic seafaring. If you have, simply move your army into the water. Transport frigates will be constructed automatically. This is called embarking, and will use up all the unit's movement points for the turn. Alright, victory is ours! The quest is ours! Explore the mana node. Yep, we got 29 mana from that, which is pretty sweet. And we just got a whole bunch of new troops, which now means that leaving this guy behind, maybe not the best play. Because I don't really feel like they're going to be attacking us at any particular moment. What I wouldn't hate is building maybe a longbow men over here to chill and guard our town, because they could sneak in with that little drone and take it if they really wanted to. I don't think they really want to, though. I do not believe that is the case. Alright, however, we are going to come over here and snag up this. We just got research. This pickup provides you with a big research bonus. It might be enough to complete the skill that is currently being researched, or allow you to instantly research a new skill. I would advise that you research basic seafaring skill. You are located on an island and you will need to traverse the water. Click on the research button at the right side of your leadership or your leader's portrait in the lower left corner and choose basic seafaring. We have found 108. I think that was overkill by a significantly large amount. Alright. Here are the skills that are available to us right now. Off the beaten path, irregular units receive mountaineering, forestry, and wetlands walking. We can produce a scoundrel, advanced seafaring, cloak and dagger, increases our ability to cast spells as a rogue. The courtesan ambassadors receive a permanent relation bonus with the with independent cities, which makes them more friendly. Dispel quick dash, restores 15 health to a unit and 50% of the unit's movement points. That's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna get that one next. Alright, so there we have it. Everything is kind of done. Oh, that was instantaneous, so it actually queued it up. Nice. What is panic attack? Panic, don't obey orders, and attempt to flee. What's iron grip? Let's get cloak and dagger. We can cast some more spells. I'm going to go over to this new place, and we're going to get a... Ooh, we can get a frigate warship. That's pretty cool. I don't really care for that right now. I would like to get some longbowmen, though. I really like longbowmen. They're a tier 1 unit, but they're, I think, my favorite tier 1 unit so far that I've played with. There's potentially more. I've only recently played with the Draconians and the High Elves. I think I played with some humans, too, because I, like, captured a human settlement in my random map. But, yeah. We're not there yet. Alright, going to continue to explore with our secondary army while others move around and do things. And it looks like this is pretty much done. Alright, we'll end our turn. We will send ourselves down here. We will meet up with our other army. And we will embark in the water here in a minute. Let's cast our spell. Anytime you cast a spell of a summoned unit, you can do it, I think it's near a city or a hero. So you can either put it in the hero's army if there's room, you can put it next to a hero, or you can put it next to a city, I believe is how it works. Let's see. Will it tell us more details? No, it's not going to tell us. I'll check next time. We're going to cast a spell again, simply because we can, and it makes us cool, so we're going to do it. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We're going to go across here and grab up a bunch of money and some stuff, and we're going to go hang out in the mountains. Alright, so a lot of times you'll have tier 1 units. Sometimes you'll use those tier 1 units to fulfill slots in your army, just so you have more people. Other times, and most of the time, especially with the low level or the low tier of animal, if you take a look at the ravens or the crows here, 30 HP, they're not super useful. 6 melee strike, they're not going to be very powerful. You look at any of your other people, well, these are all tier 1. This one, he's got 43 health, he hits for 10. So these are decidedly weaker, quite significantly so. And as such, they're better used as scouts. They have flying, so they can fly over mountains, and they can usually escape danger if you keep them at certain specific areas where it's harder for enemies that are on foot to traverse. So definitely a better call to use them as a scout as opposed to a main force. But again, sometimes it's required that you use them to save your butt. So there you have it. Alright, we have ourselves another longbowman. I kind of want to swap the longbowman in, but we'll see. Alright, well, what I'm going to do now is apparently a lot of nothing. We're going to land on the other side over here. We have disembarked, and then we're going to have to embark with them. I suppose we can embark with you as well. We'll scout a little bit more with our ravens, and then we will potentially do some more fun stuff. Let's just go see what's over here in the mountains. Probably a lot of nothing. Yeah, exactly. But I assumed there was going to be a lot of nothing. Alright, select a hexagon on or next to a friendly city, fortress, or hero. So fortress is the other one. I thought there was 3 and I couldn't remember what the third one was. Alright. Look over there, Sunderen, a refugee camp. The people in these camps will add population to one of your cities. They have hidden themselves far away and are surrounded by mountains. Use your crow to rescue them. Since the Grim Beak Crows are flying units, they do not have to spend as much extra movement to move over mountains as walking units do. Cool. And this is exactly why it's good to summon a lot of low-level Tier 1 animal units, especially if they're flying units, to actually go out and scour the map. It helps. There's oftentimes a lot of these just random things laying around. This will add population. You saw the other one that added research that was up here. There are random gold piles and mana piles that you can get. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's 100% worth checking out and doing. Alright, we did that. Incite Revolt. We can also get Suffocate. Suffocate's not bad. It's just a 15 damage done spell, and I think that's what we're going to actually grab next. Here we're going to potentially get a shrine maybe to get some more mana going. Our storehouse is done. We're going to produce ourselves a longbowman over here. And the refugees are the new thing that we need to do, which is pretty cool. That being said, they're all done. We're going to have you just chill right where you're at. And then in the next turn here, we're going to cross the water and do murder. It's going to be fun. Alright. So as I said, we're going to do murder. Our army is disembarked. This army cannot quite make it there. You know what? You can chill here. I was going to originally use you, but you know what? Just in case something decides to swoop in and attack, it's a little bit better for us to be prepared for that. Additionally, we're going to come over here just to take a peek. We see there's a group there, a group over here, a bunch of neutrals, nothing happening. Alright, I'm going to attack with our hero. And a very likely victory. We could auto-combat it, but we're going to manually combat it. Actually, I think normally we could auto, but we have to manually combat this. And as you see, we're attacking. If you take a look, you can't really take a look on the map, but he's in the middle. We have a guy to his left, and we have a guy to his top left, and that's where they show up. If we were here and here, we would be here and here, and so on and so forth. So it's really easy to see that you can overwhelm people if you get the drop on them. And likewise, you can defend yourselves pretty well as well. That's right. There's lots of wells involved, guys. You can defend yourselves fairly decently if you just keep units around your other units. That way, if they go to attack 1, they have to attack 2 or 3. So, it all works out pretty decently. That being said, let's get to fighting. Okay, let's begin. Destroying obstacles. These brigands have built up a defensive palisade around their camp. While not as sturdy as city walls, they provide cover and need to be destroyed before we can enter the camp. Obstacles can be destroyed by the melee attack of any unit. Or if you have trebuchets can destroy them as well. Well, alrighty. That being said, where are unicorn riders? Oh, they're over here. Alright, that's cool. Alright, we have some high elf longbowmen. Archers possess powerful ranged attacks, but need to be protected from melee attacks since they cannot shoot when engaged, meaning they are stood in the threatened zone of adjacent enemy. The range of their attacks is usually the distance a normal unit can move in one turn, so if you can shoot them, kill them or block their path with other units to avoid getting struck the turn after. Cool. But we already know all these things. Now what's really cool about the High Elf Longbowmen, as opposed to a lot of the other archer units or ranged units, they don't have range penalty. Let's see, does it show us this? I don't know if it shows us this here. It doesn't seem to. But their longbow doesn't have a ranged penalty, or at least they don't in the game that I'm playing. So essentially, if you are within range to shoot, so if anybody is within any of these circles here, you will hit them at 100% unless there's something blocking your line of sight. Which is pretty cool. A lot of units, you'll have range penalties. You'll have to move closer to the enemy than you normally would. So, just something to be aware of. I'm going to move my swordsman up a little bit here. They're going to end up taking a little bit of nasty. The High Elf Unicorn Rider is a cavalry unit. Cavalry have a high movement speed and are effective against archers since they can charge from outside the archer's attack range into melee in one round. Unicorn Riders can also phase, allowing them to teleport? How about teleport across the battlefield? Or teleport. They are unicorns, so they teleport. It's fine. So basically you can phase. I'm not going to actually do it, but you can teleport a little bit further than you can move. And that will oftentimes, sometimes, potentially, occasionally, at times, allow you to get behind a target. It's pretty fun, guys. Pretty fun. Unicorn Riders are pretty elite. I like them a lot. Alright, let's continue to move. The High Elf Union Guard. The High Elf Union Guard is a merciless pikeman unit. Pikemen do both extra damage to cavalry and flying units and take less damage in return. However, they tend to be weaker against ranged attacks and infantry. They also have the first strike ability. Alright. What does all that mean? That means that if we had any flying units, like say the crows, the crows would not do as much damage against pikemen, nor will these cavalry units be able to do as much damage. And first strike is an amazing skill. You wish you had it on every single one of your units all the time because it's so good. Essentially, when somebody goes to attack you, you actually hit first. I mean, it makes sense, right? So, say this cavalry unit charged over here, and can only attack once, and he charged straight at our face. We would actually get the first hit, and if he was weak, we might even be able to kill him before he actually landed any damage on us. Where normally the attacker gets the first hit. So, pretty cool stuff, guys. Pretty cool stuff. And the High Elf Initiate. Initiates are a type of irregular unit. Irregulars are a diverse type of units that possess unique abilities and often fulfill multiple roles in an army since they usually have both melee and ranged attacks. Now, I don't particularly like the Initiate for for melee. I prefer them as ranged, but their ranged attack is kind of meh. However, we take a look a little deeper into this. This is what I was talking about. They do evolve. Once they hit the gold medal rank, which is quite far in, if we look over here, we have to gain quite a bit of experience until we become elite. They then become a Storm Sister, a High Elf Storm Sister, so they become our other units, which are quite a bit better. They're tier 2 units, and they actually become Storm Sisters at the elite rank, so they don't just start over and have to re-level up. It's kind of neat. That's a cool little feature that makes you want to kind of keep your tier 1 garbage troops and still do stuff with them. So, just saying, I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, we're going to defend, defend, and now it's time for our hero to move. Our High Elf Storm Sisters are going to come over here. I guess we're going to kind of just do this all the way around. Unfortunately, this is what it's come to. Now, also, fortunately, we can actually use our Poison Blades of Doom. And we are going to. And it looks like it does most damage to the Orc Scoundrels, so we're going to do it onto them. And it wasn't the highest amount of damage we could have done, but it was still decent. Alright, so we're going to end. They're going to move forward. The Scoundrels all have a crossbow. Then you get right up against their fortifications. Well, some ranged attack. These guys happen to have spears, or javelins in this case, but still. they all have some sort of ranged attack. So they are pretty annoying to deal with in general. Alright, we're going to scoot up and we're going to Storm Sister this guy on the side of the head. We're going to try to do the same from here. Now we have the range penalty there. And unfortunately, these guys are behind cover, so we have line of sight penalty because they're behind cover, and the range penalty because we're not close enough. But it doesn't matter. 3 attacks at a minimum of 3 is going to be 9, which is going to be good. So it all sort of worked out anyway. We're going here and murdered that, and now we can actually charge in with a melee attack. Which is, well, for lack of a better term, pretty darn sweet. Fortunately, he is outside of our range, so we're going to move up a bit further. A little bit of baby damage there, not too bad. The Union Guard. So attack this and take it out. Unfortunately, our longbowmen can't quite close. And we're going to have to use our phase to get our unicorns close. But in reality, there's not much else we can do with our guys over here, so we're just going to basically do at this point, since they were fortified, we didn't just wait for us to break through on this side, which is a possibility. If we wanted to, we could have broke through over here and then kind of forced a fight like in this area or something. But I decided just to tank it and go this way, so When the turn, they get their final attacks here. Oh, they're going to actually walk forward and chuck their last remaining spears out. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Alright, we're going to let this High Elf Storm Sister deal with him. 1 and done. Well done. If we take a look real quick, we can see how much experience we have. 39 out of 45. Not quite enough to hit the next rank, but it's decent. It's pretty close. And as you see, they get ranged strength, melee strength, so they get a little bit of both. They get some defense, resistances, and everything else. And then additionally, they get the ability to inflict stun once they hit the elite status. That's why it's always important to try to keep your units alive as long as possible because of these things, these bonuses that they get. Just saying. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to charge and flank these guys. It's going to do a lot of damage. They're not going to be able to attack because they have to turn. And since we're not doing multiple attacks, they're literally going to get nothing out of this. So we're just going to do free damage here. And bam, right? So they turn to face us, and now we have the free attack on their backside. Which, if they had enough health to survive it, the first one would be free, the second one they would counterattack. But that would also spend all of their points. They could no longer do anything after that. So, pretty cool stuff, guys. Flanking, super important in this game. The High Elf Settler, thank you for making the area safe. We want to found a new settlement here, but the Brigand hideout made it too dangerous. Please, allow us to join you. This provides an excellent opportunity to found a new city, Sundrin. Settlers can be used to build a city from scratch, to build or rebuild a raised city, or to create a city on a location of a fort. When you found a city on an existing fort, the fort's walls will remain protecting your new outpost. Oh, I didn't even know that, see? I totally didn't know that was a thing. Cool. Alright, we attacked, we won, we didn't lose anyone. Sadly, it looks like no one ranked up at all. It happens. Alright, sweet. We have done as requested. Exploring the Brigand hideout, you discover Jack's Gift, a jeweled necklace that will give us, well, 10 HP onto our hero, and a halfling farmer, which is just a regular tier 1 pikeman recruit. So, pretty cool stuff. He probably has the throw chicken ability, too. Your leader panel. This is your leader panel. On the left side is an overview of your leader's abilities, and the right side is your leader's inventory. Here you can view and equip all of the items you find during your journey. Items can give your leader extra abilities to use in battle or stat bonuses. Cool. Your leader panel, when your leader levels up, they will be rewarded with 5 skill points. To go to the skill points tab to spend the points on the abilities or stat boost. The upgrade button shows how many points are available, which is right there, guys. Alrighty, well, we're going to throw this up on her. And there she goes. She now has 60 hit points as opposed to 50. We will close that out. And we have ourselves a halfling farmer. Now, like I said, I think this guy's got the ability to throw chickens. It's kind of funny. Yep, throw chicken. It does a lot of damage, surprisingly. So he walks up. He's a pikeman, so he already does a decent amount of damage. But he can also throw a chicken at people, which is ridiculous. And it's got a pretty long range, so pretty fun stuff. Also, all halflings apparently have this inherent lucky. ability, which allows them to occasionally, in this case 10% of the time, actually dodge all damage, or avoid all damage from being attacked, or dodge the attack, as it were. So, pretty cool stuff overall. We need to found a city, so we click on this, and we find our city right here. And kablamo. Let's randomize. Forendwin? Nah. Surcares? No. Haril? No, come on. Beerneth. Beerneth? Sure, we'll go with Beerneth. Sounds good. I like it. Alright, so now we have our little halfling farmer. We'll move him on over. And we shall surround the whole... Actually, we won't. Yeah, we'll still take the fight with Sundred. That's fine. We shall do battle with the Fell Horse and the Goblin Swarm Daughter. Very likely victory. There's a better than not chance that we can just auto-combat this and win, but we'll do manual combat because the combat's amazing. And after this fight, guys and gals, I'll break it off. I know there's a lot of explanation, a lot of just stuff we're getting through early on in the game. The game doesn't have a ridiculously fast pace anyway, but it's a little bit quicker than what we're seeing right now. So we'll try to increase our ability to maneuver and get some stuff done soon. Alright, I'm going to move forward with Sundrin and crew. And we're going to attempt... try to keep a few of our crew safe here. And how far before the darters get all angry at us? Move over here. Alright, I'm okay with this. We actually can still cast a spell, and I don't hate that. How about we do that on 40 and 27? They have blight protection. Alright, we'll get the most out of this one. Your leader just leveled up. When a leader or hero levels up, they are rewarded with an amount of upgrade points. These points can be spent on abilities or stat boosts to, or when you open the hero panel outside of combat. We already knew, of course. That looked pretty tremendous, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's end the turn. Everybody automatically goes into a defensive posture who can. These darters are going to come and dart. They're going to throw their mosquito darts onto our hero, which I'm okay with. We don't even get a range penalty for that? That's ridiculous. I love it. Alright, we're going to move as close as we can to these guys. We're still going to lob the... actually, we might lob the chicken onto you. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to lob the chicken onto the other guy right here. Bam! And then we're going to move the swordsman up to kill you. Bam! Well played, folks. Well played. Now, we have a range penalty, so 5 to 7 times 3 is actually decent. If we move up one more, we now have... No, we still have a range penalty. Alright, well... 9 to 13, so if we had been able to get within yellow range for a double attack, it would have been pretty good. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Alright, so we're going to at least go into the yellow... Oh, you're a swordsman. Never mind. Never you mind. Alright, 5 to 8. Some decent damage there. Gonna move my hero over here. Move you up to this spot, and we said good day, sir! Alright, victory is ours, folks. Victory is ours. It's easy, it's simple, it's sweet, sweet, nice. Alright, overall, not too bad. Oh, we got ourselves a warg. That's another one of those units that you can kind of send out to do whatever you want. He's not super powerful, but, we might just throw it with our irregular army. Anyway, folks, I could continue to explore around and do some other various things, but I think right here is the perfect time to break off this episode. We're already 30 minutes in, or actually over 30 minutes in, so I would like to try to keep these a little bit shorter, but I'm probably going to go a little long on the opening tutorial stuff, so we can make sure we get through a lot of stuff explained and everything else, and still get a little bit of advancement each time. Anyway, folks, until the very next episode, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Phreak Show, and I will see you later.